Yeah, a bit of a challenging week just because a lot of the groups finishing up finals, and they'll be done with that after tomorrow. But at the same time, I think they realize how important the weekend is coming up, and it's you add the fact that it's Christmas break and you've got all that going on and making arrangements to head home, all that kind of stuff. And we really tried hard to make sure that we stay in the moment, that we're present, and that we're focused each week, each time they come to the rink. And they've done that. It's been a great attitude. We're taking the attitude that we get to play this weekend, not that we have to play this weekend. And the fact that that we are behind them in the standings, we got an opportunity to close the gap. It's pretty easy to just keep their attention and working on the things we need to work on, and looking forward to the weekend. We kind of started the last couple of weeks. We've taken a day off during the week, just to kind of give them both a mental break and a physical break, rather than just continuing the 6-day-a-week grind. I think it's worked. I think they've been fresh. They've had good. The practices have been really good. The academic side, they do. I think they really handle that really well themselves. I think we've got a group that does extremely well in the classroom. Obviously for our freshmen, it's always interesting that first finals week, but we just try to keep tabs with them. Emma does a great job. She's got leadership groups that she meets with, and she's meeting with them this week, and a lot of the focus is on academics, and so it's kind of a combination. You certainly have a gauge for how your team's doing, how they look at practice. And if we feel that they're starting to get a little sluggish, we'll certainly visit with our leadership group, just kind of gauge what they're feeling, and kind of go from there. Probably the biggest concern was just your especially your young players, or the players that played high school, they're going to hit a wall at some point because of the grind that this league is in terms of the physicality, and like this past weekend, that's hard. It's hard hockey. It's hard mentally. It's hard physically. You're playing against an outstanding team, and it's one of those any mistake can hurt you, and so you just have that constant stress when you're playing. And we try to talk to them about playing free, but at the same time, it's they're out there competing against some really, really good players. And so anyway, you just try to gauge that, and we worried about the physical part. Maybe when you hit that wall, you can just kind of sense and see that they just don't have the same jump that they had. But I think since we've done what we've implemented in terms of taking a day off, we haven't seen that. They've all looked fresh. They've had good weekends, and a lot of them are logging a lot of ice time, and so far so good in terms of how they've handled it. Certainly disappointing, Kelly. Just first and foremost, you're at home, you don't get any points. I mean, that's ultimately that's what we're out here to try to win hockey games, and we're trying to get points. We know they're a tremendous challenge. They're an outstanding hockey team. I think we did something certainly better. There's certainly, we've seen growth in terms of how we played our power play now. It has contributed just about every week since that. Go back to when we played them down there. And that's an area I thought our special teams had a really, really good weekend. You take away the 5-on-3 power play goal. They did a pretty good job against an outstanding power play in terms of just not giving anything up. So again, ultimately we're trying to win hockey games. So from that standpoint, it was disappointing. But after Friday's game, again, we talked about how we wanted to play, how we needed to play, and I thought we went out and did a better job of that on Saturday. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for growth every time out. And again, it's just challenging because who we play, but that's part of the bargain.
I think every time a player goes down, I think it's an opportunity for other players to kind of step up and maybe help build a team when they get the opportunity to. And I think Hannah kind of did just that. I think she has done, honestly, she's been our best player, definitely been our MVP this whole season since I've been out. And I think honestly, it's been really great to see, especially, she's only a sophomore and didn't get a lot of games last year, and just for her to come in and just kind of take this big role on. And I think she's done everything that we've asked her to do. And so just kind of watching that, obviously, it's just kind of great to see it. Like, it's hard watching games. It's hard being hurt. Anyone with an injury can agree that watching in the stands isn't fun. But I think just watching her play has made it a whole lot more fun, just the way she's kind of been our backbone. So I've honestly really just like appreciated like how she's been still a big like person in the locker room too. Like she stepped up in more ways than just on the ice. And I think it's just really great to see, especially as an older player and watching a younger player kind of really find her role. So I think it's just been a really good dynamic. And I think the whole team just has this newfound like respect for her. I think that just comes with playing and playing how she has. So it's been really great to see. When you're younger and you aren't playing the games that you probably wanted to, I just think that players tend to especially think they don't have much of a say in a locker room. I think just being a younger player, I just think in my freshman year or just seeing younger players, they don't speak as much in the locker rooms, which I think us as captains have been really good this year, enforcing that everyone has a word, everyone has a say, everyone has something important to say. And I think with Hannah and honestly all younger players in general, I think that everyone's been stepping up more this year, saying what they see on the ice, saying, things in the locker room. And I think it's more than just what, with Hannah in general. I think it's with all of our freshmen and our sophomores. They've all just kind of been stepping up, just as kind of individuals, I would say. Like we used to go, I think my freshman year, people would speak in the locker room, just our seniors. And this year, I would say more of our underclassmen speak than our seniors do sometimes. So I just think as an older player and as a captain, I just think it's awesome seeing younger players step up. Definitely having key roles helps with kind of knowing what you can and can't say. But I think even the players that, kind of have been out of the lineup or not seeing the ice time that they probably want, even they've kind of been stepping up and saying what they see. Like I know a lot of our scratches and intermissions will, they have a different kind of view of the game, not on the bench or on the ice. So they've been kind of saying what they see. And I, as a player that's been in the stands too, I kind of have a different view sometimes too. So me and other players that get scratched, I think that, they've even been stepping up this year. So it's just kind of, I think everything that like us as captains and as a team in general wanted from this year is that we're really seeing. So I think that just like, I think as team, we're like, what does everyone else think? And so that gives people to like the chance to talk and say what they think. And especially, we have 5 freshman defensemen that are very much big roles on our team. They have really good things to say too. Like whatever they say, just as important as something I'd have to say. So it's just really awesome seeing all of these younger girls and everyone on the team, older or younger, just really stepping up, just being more vocal in the locker room.